Well, hello everybody. Welcome to another Market Pulse. Today is the 12th of December, 12/12/25. Hope you're having an awesome day, and we are in a green market, and so hopefully you're making some money in the green market. They don't last that long most of the time, so hopefully you're taking advantage. Let me show you what I got going on over here, and that'll give us a little bit of a framework to talk about. But here we go. So you can see, this is last week, 4 green lights, and this week we still have the 4 green lights going on, and we are at all-time highs on a couple of the indexes. So I'll show you how that works. So the weakest one right now is the NASDAQ, and so that's down off its highs, and it's been below the 200-day or the 50-day moving average, above the 200, and just having a little bit of trouble. It's kind of churning. It's having a little bit of trouble moving in a direction. Right now, I would say it's not a really great direction. But the other indexes, S&P 500, look at this thing. I mean, this thing is doing really well, right at an all-time high. Look at the next one, the Dow Jones. Boom, yesterday all-time high, and today following through on that. So money is moving into the safer index, I guess. The tech sector is a little bit weaker, but I think 3 out of 4 of the indexes are moving up. So generally when that happens, the techs will follow. So that's kind of what I see happening. Who knows, but that's what I see happening. Here's the New York Stock Exchange Composite. Also hit an all-time high yesterday. Really nice week on this index as well. So really just kind of pushing high. Today a little bit off the highs. We'll see how that shakes out. Here's the VIX. The VIX is now under the 50-day moving average. The VIX is the volatility index. Things are moving down in terms of volatility. That means that money is moving in the market. That's why we're green. And will we continue to stay green? Sure seems like it as of today, but we have a little Friday sell-off going on. All right, the computer sector, we just talked about it in our mastermind group. This is the NASDAQ, right? So this is NASDAQ, very tech-heavy. And you can see some of the stocks like NVIDIA and even Apple, Microsoft, some of the big tech names that were moving up, they call it the Mag 7 or whatever they're calling it. They're not moving up right now. And so that's reflective in the fact that computers lagging. So maybe people are taking profit, putting it into defensive names or houses or solar or whatever, some other sector other than computer tech. So that's why the market is showing a little bit of churning here. On the other side, I want to show you this transport index. This is a Dow Jones transport. This means that goods are moving around the country. And when goods are moving around the country, that's good for the market. So generally, you see that reflected, and we kind of do. That's the Dow theory, so everything is kind of working in that direction. Apple, look at Apple kind of trying to break out, and it's actually in a breakout. It hit that all-time high a couple of weeks ago, and it's just off of that on low volume. So nothing to worry about on Apple, just I would love to see a little bit more relative strength on Apple. NVIDIA, I mentioned before, is living below its 50-day moving average. To me, when a stock lives below its 50-day moving average, it has a little bit of trouble. And so this is kind of what we've got going on with this one. All right, so let's see. Sorry, I had a little hiccup there. Okay, Applovin is at a breakout spot, and it's trying to test that, and it's down today for some reason. We don't really know why, but we'll see what happens with Applovin. But right now, not a lot going wrong with Applovin with a 96 relative strength rating and right at a breakout point, and it's fairly low volume on this pullback here. Tesla is in a sell zone area, that little green area on the chart. It's above the 50, so that's good. It's above the 200, so that's good. And it's really close to that all-time high, 488. So got to keep an eye on this one, but to me, it's kind of in a consolidation. There's not a lot of upside momentum to Tesla right now. Analog devices, I mentioned a couple weeks ago. I don't know where I mentioned it. I mentioned different places, but I know I talked about it in my mastermind group, and we said, hey, look, this thing looks like it's at a breakout, and sure enough, it's up. It's up 10% from where we talked about it breaking out a couple weeks ago. So even a blind squirrel catches a nut every once in a while, they say, right? Microsoft, however, living below its 50-day moving average, bounced off the 200. Microsoft's relative strength rating is dropping, and it kind of can't get out of its own way right now, but it's Microsoft. And so you kind of wish that it would pull some good volume and have a nice little bounce if you're bullish, but the whole tech sector kind of needs to do that right now. Broadcom is having a horrible day. It's down like 10% today. Whoops. And so you could see a big gap down on high volume. Yesterday was a close down as well. I guess it had earnings, but the earnings were good, blah, blah, blah. You never know which way the directions are going to go on earnings. That's why we don't like to play the earnings plays. We like to be very safe during earnings because you just never know. Look at this thing. Like, you don't want to be down 10%. The good news is it looks like it's bouncing off the 50-day moving average, but we got to keep an eye on that volume, because if it keeps going down through the 50 on high volume, it wants to go to this gap up area at 305 or whatever that price is right in here. So keep an eye on Broadcom. AMD is in the chip sector also. It's also in the tech sector. It wants to come back and fill this gap at some point. I don't know when that is. 170 is what it looks like to me on this chart, and the stock is at 210. That's a long way to go. But it wants to maybe at least come down to this 194.28 and test that and see if that's a real bottom or not. That's interesting. Astera Labs, somebody asked me to look at this. To me, it doesn't look buyable. It's below the 50, so I'd like to see you stay away from something like that. Here's a double bottom on Taiwan Semiconductor. It tried to break out a couple of days ago, and it had a failure, and now it's back at the 50-day moving average. Pretty good relative strength, but you got to watch these semis right now, because if NVIDIA is not doing well, and the semis are not doing well, and the chips are not doing well, and the computer sectors are not doing well, that's a whole bunch of stuff that's where money is getting pulled out from and going into other sectors. So, we need some recovery here pretty quick. I don't know if we're going to get it. We've had a lot of really good success this year. Maybe people are taking profit off the table. I don't know. You would think that this one here, this is Blackstone. You would think that Blackstone would be doing well. It's right at its 50, 200. And, you would think in the Fed environment where we're printing money, that the housing markets, which Blackstone participates in pretty heavily, are going to do well. But, it is off the bottom. But, boy, it needs some real help to get up back to the 190 level, which is, a ways away here. All right, natural gas is, you can see natural gas, even though the energy sector is doing really well in this country, natural gas is way down and tends to stay down for a while from what I remember looking at natural gas a few years ago. It took a long time for it to bounce. You know what? There are a couple, I'll just do one recent breakout. There are a few stocks that are breaking out. Carvana is one that we just discussed. Now, you can make yourself really sick if you look at Carvana hitting a bottom of 355 back here in 2022. And now it's at $476, not $3, not $355, but $3.55 back here in 2022. And here we are at 476. So you look at this, everybody would left it for dead back then 3 years ago, and now look at it. Breaking out of an early stage base, exciting stuff. What a turnaround story, I guess. I don't see why there's so much hype and excitement in Carvana, but a lot of things I don't see. It's just an interesting play, interesting bounce off the bottom. But boy, it sure is hard to buy here at an all-time high. I don't know, at least for me, when it's gone all the way down that far, you kind of think, wow, I wish I'd have caught it before. Now, is it too late? I don't know. Anyway, let's leave it at that. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Thanks for joining me, as always, here on the Market Pulse. Have an awesome weekend, and I'll see you next week. And let's hope the market stays green and you keep making money. Take care.